How's it going, everybody? Melody from that Animal RPG here. So, of course, since I'm still somewhat, a little bit sick, I'm doing better, thankfully, don't worry about it, but since I'm still a little bit sick, it's still gonna be at least a little bit before I even bother to sit down and make a video about any crazy stuff that's been happening recently. Don't worry, I'll get around to it eventually. It's probably just gonna take me a couple days, so that's really all you need to know. But anyways, today we're gonna be doing something that's more or less just a way for me to kind of make up for the fact that it's been a while since I've last done a Cooking with Sandy video, and that is, of course, to take a look at an absolutely atrocious chef that attempts to create something known as a pizza burger. However, you'll probably begin to realize, just by my hesitance to even show you guys this, that it's not going to look like pizza nor a burger, but some sinister third thing that honestly needs to be cast back into the depths of hell. Now, of course, I can't take all the credit for even knowing about this guy's existence. In fact, it's a good friend of the channel that goes by the name of Grebbz who alerted me to this person's existence. Thank you very much, Grebbz. Go ahead and check out our content. I'll leave it linked below. And holy shit, you're going to have to be paying for my therapy bills after this, so I'll see you in court. But anyways, today we're going to be just taking a look at this. I don't want to waste any more time. It's already been like 30 seconds, so let's just get started.
Right, guys, it's the show. It is the show, the show. Another episode of the Asshole Cooking Show. It is the show.
I'm sorry, but within the first 10 seconds, I'm already seeing ground meat in a pot. This is already not looking promising. You better not be boiling fucking meat here, because otherwise I'm going to have to just ask you to not.
Today we're going to do, this is going to be like similar to the pizza burger you used to have in the school lunches back when you were in school. This is what this ended up tasting like when...
I'm sorry, but what kind of school did you go to where they just boiled meat in a pot and called it a pizza burger? I understand that there's gotta be a lot more steps than that, but I just simply have to ask, what fucking school did you go to? Because I do not remember going to any kind of school that ended up creating anything remotely close to what it is that we're about to see.
But we're gonna do this. But anyway, I'm gonna start cooking up this ground meat.
Oh wow, so he is actually going to be boiling the meat. Okay, never mind, send this man to the gulag. We aren't even a fucking minute in, and I'm already genuinely disappointed in the state of this man's cooking.
We're gonna drain the grease out afterwards, and that's gonna be very important, drain all the grease out. But
wait a minute, you're gonna be doing what?
We're gonna drain the grease out afterwards.
Okay, no, just... how is it possible that you're screwing up every single step already? We are, again, not even a minute in, and you're already describing the fact that you're going to be removing every ounce of flavor from the meat already. You're going to be draining it?
We're going to use the corn biscuits instead of cornflake crumbs, but if you have cornflakes to squeeze up or you want to buy cornflake crumbs, but I did with these, and or you can even use Chex cereal.
Okay, so what I'm basically gathering here is that you're going to be using knockoff Chex cereal as a replacement for breadcrumbs. Which now leads me to wonder if you're trying to make a meatloaf or something like that. So what exactly are you trying to make? Are you trying to make a burger? Are you trying to make pizza? Or are you trying to make meatloaf? Because I guarantee you all these ingredients together is not going to make any one of those three, okay? Again, you just described that you're going to be taking away you're going to be draining the fucking meat. You want to know what causes the breadcrumbs to stick to the meat for meatloaf? The fucking grease!
Just something that you can squish and smush, in the crumbs, because what you're going to do is almost like some people put in when they're making a meatloaf. We're going to put it in with the meat. We're going to, after that, we're going to put it in a pan, and then we're going to, melt the cheese on it. It's going to be really good, so...
Yeah, I don't care how good it's supposedly going to be. I'm never going to try this shit.
Take care of that lady. But I'm going to show you with one hand now. I'm going to just pulverize these really good. I want to just...
Okay, here's another thing that I'm also beginning to realize here, okay? So, you know how I mentioned the fact that, it's the moisture and the grease of, the meat that allows the bread to, soften up enough to stick to the meat for a meatloaf? Yeah, that's also another thing that I think this knockoff Chex cereal lacks is, actual moisture absorption. Yeah, it has some, because it's a cereal and it's kind of supposed to do that, but not nearly as much as breadcrumbs. So what you're basically creating here is just the world's worst crunchy meat. I don't know how else to describe it.
You can always work out the problems later and learn from your mistakes later. Though.
Clearly you haven't learned from enough mistakes if you're quite literally willing to make something like this.
We're gonna cut up this brick of cheese. I took it out of the box here. This is like a generic Velveeta.
I'm sorry. So wait, you're basically taking what is effectively similar to Velveeta cheese and deciding to use that as the cheese for your pizza. Wouldn't it be better if you just melted it all down into just the standard cheese paste that it would become? Rather than, like, slice it up? I mean, hell, if you're not even going to do that, then, like, use a fucking cheese grater. But you know what? Whatever. I guess if for some reason you want to cut it, as long as it doesn't look like masonry bricks, then whatever at this point. I don't even give a damn. Like this right here, you can, like, it comes in a brick. I've acquired it in places. We're gonna cut it in slices the best we can. It don't gotta be perfect. Don't want them to be too thick, but they're somewhat thick because they're gonna be melted on top. I'm sorry? What is that? That is literally the same thickness as a standard burger patty. Again, I don't care if that shit's going to be melted on top of the thing. That is way too fucking thick. That's just going to be a big glob of cheese. Don't gotta be really perfect. Oops, that's a little thick. I could fix that later, but... Yeah, you might need to fix all of this later. The best way to do so is by just starting the fuck over, okay? Literally every single step that you've been describing has been completely wrong, and I award you 0 points. You would be screamed at by Gordon Ramsay, but considering the fact that I've lost any and all respect for Gordon Ramsay ever since he fucked up a grilled cheese, I genuinely couldn't care less. Well, when you see this being done here, can use whatever you got. If you can even take shredded cheddar or something shredded even too. You know, I feel like that would have been a significantly better option than this. Hell, you could have used the shredder on this. I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. You could still use this cheese if you have a fucking cheese grater. I don't think cheese graters are that expensive, are they? Yeah, I mean, I might even try this another time with a different type of cheese. But you can even buy damn Kraft singles if you want and throw them on there, but this... I'm sorry, Kraft singles for a pizza? No, I'm sorry, but once again, you've said something entirely wrong, and I need you to shut up. Alright. Holy shit, is that the meat that you're going to be working with? It's still pink as fuck. Oh my god, it looks disgusting. It literally just looks like a bowl full of diarrhea. Please do not fucking use that. I swear to god. Again, for those of you who are currently watching this, if you're going to be working with ground meat, don't do this. What we're gonna do next, we're gonna get rid of this damn grease. Got my strainer here. And we gotta be careful not to strain myself here. Whatever you do, don't strain yourself, you know, when using the strainer. I'm gonna pour all this shit in here. And then I'm gonna scrape this out of the pot. But we're gonna rinse this off with some water because when I mix my crumbs and all that, I don't want to be burning myself, and then we're gonna wash. I'm steaming up the camera. Okay, I'm sorry. Bad pun aside, not only did you decide to pour grease down your sink, which is going to fuck up your plumbing, mind you, but on top of that too, you just said that you're going to wash it off with water? Any semblance of this being close to pizza, a burger, or meatloaf has been completely shot down. I'm gonna do this off camera a little bit better, but you do this in a bowl with both hands like you're making your meatloaf, but we're gonna mix this all up here. Yeah, except you're not making a meatloaf. What you're creating is a crime in a pan. Be sure and right, you know what I mean? Somebody else you're with, ask them how much you want. And onion, we're gonna throw some onion powder in here. I'm doing a little bit more onion powder than the garlic powder, but screw it. It's a small jar anyway. I haven't seen that much powder since witnessing anything happening with the Colombian cartel. Jesus fucking Christ. That is going to taste so strongly of onion in probably all the wrong places. You know what, at this point, I think we've already seen more than enough. Fuck it, let's just quickly see what the final product looks like. God, that looks horrendous. That is not anywhere close to anything that was described in the title. But yeah, that's basically about it, okay? Now, of course, this is a bit of an older video that we've been taking a look at here, probably older than me, I wouldn't be surprised. But to put it very simply, if you ever feel like you cannot cook, or that you suck at cooking, just remember, there's people like this that exist that literally create hate crimes in a pan. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. That's very well appreciated. Leave a comment down below what you thought about the video, what you want me to talk about next, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to see more content such as this. Also, go ahead and follow me on Blue Sky, join the Discord server, and special thanks to all my new channel members that I have right now. They will appear on screen. And yeah, anyways, guys, this has been Sandy, and have yourselves a nice day.